Alors, premier niveau. So first level of intervention, you gotta know what can happen, right? So I walk up to someone. Idéalement, un peu sur un angle, I'm angled, I'm off on an angle. We know in boxing, I would rather work there. Il y a des exceptions, right? I can zone in if I'm going all the way in. I can zone in if I'm baiting, right? And I can zone in if I have no other choice. I see des obstacles partout, right? Imagine like I got like a filing cabinet in the wall. I have no choice. I got to step here. Mais on doit savoir tous les dangers. I have to know the dangers. So if now I say, look, brother, we got to leave for whatever reason, I'm going to escort him out. Sans contact. Still no contact. I have choices. I can open up the path here. Je peux garder mon relation. I can keep my relationship. If my left leg is forward and that's what I feel good with, it's like turning the corner in boxing, right? Dans la boxe, souvent, on veut tourner là. I want to turn. He wants to adapt. So if I go to invite him, I can invite him over this way. Mais il y a des vulnérabilités dans chaque position. There's different vulnerabilities in each shot. I want to be careful because now if I open my baseline to him and he throws a cross flush down the center, maximum structural advantage, right? Mon point de triangulation, c'est complètement ouvert. Here, for him to get my triangulation point and have big structural effect, he needs to hook here. So if I stay at a good distance, I have two hands in the way of this punch, a little bit more reaction time, it's hard. If I open to the side, and he gives me one of these, boom, and he drills me. He goes to step forward, look how close. Pretend you're going to walk, look at the window, you start to, and bang, he drills it, and you're not expecting it. That's number one place you get clocked. So if I do open, I want to have my hands ready, and I'm fencing. They're there. So if he goes to punch, I'm only thinking, am I going in? Am I circling there? Am I moving there? You're going to find, right? I can tell you some things. If I keep my stance, it's not so comfortable to wall run like this. C'est pas si confortable. It's more comfortable to either step out. Quand tu sors, vous êtes chargé plus. I'm more loaded. So now when he goes, bam, I drive into it. The second I see him blink the wrong way. Or I load out and I put more weight on this because I want to push and go there. But you need to know. On doit savoir quelle direction tu veux aller. So if I step out, don't just go, hope he doesn't punch me. And if he does, I'll see what happens when I roll the dice. Dans cet contexte, des fois, ça va être plus confortable de rentrer là. This is an exception. In boxing, we know we generally don't want to circle inside unless we're very masterful, very good, or it's an exception state. Mais les avantages, these are the advantages. If a pigeon of death, this pigeon visits me on the windowsill every day. I don't know who I killed that came back as a pigeon, but stop looking at me that way. So if I circle in, I don't want to circle into a position where I'm flush. So if vous êtes sur un angle, I'm on an angle here, I want to angle all the way to the other side. So I want to be off on, it's like a hinge. You know, cet espace ici, little space there, I step and I hinge all the way open. But I do it in a walking way. So as I'm talking, I make distractions, I invite him out here. The advantage now is that I'm smothering his power side. Le direct est beaucoup plus puissant ici. If he gives me a cross here, that's ideal for him. That's what he wants. As soon as I say, all right, man, let's go, and I go here, I'm already pre-checking that hand. So now, in order for him to get to my face, can you go through it easily? Exactly. So then I'm in that position. You start to close off that path. So that's a big preference for me if I have a choice. I like to disrupt the brain where I start to talk. I'm zoning out. I start, no, it's okay. I don't need help. I move over here. I distract him. He looks back. He doesn't know what's going on. I invite him out. Make sense? Alors, il y a des options. This is all he wants to do. He's going to follow my instructions and try to hide the desire to punch me. And he hits me as soon as he thinks I'm not ready. So I could invite him to walk. I say, all right, let's go. We have to go. And he could wait this up. Bam! And if I was open too long, I should feel as I'm doing this, it's not so good if he decides to punch me. Look how open I am. Where am I most open? He's going to walk to where it's most open, and he's going to drill it. So if I'm doing it as a bait, I need to know this is too long and slow to get back in. This is my more likely response, right? So hit me as hard as I can, knock my head off the wall. If I'm here like this and bam, right? I have to see this has to come up first, because that's what's going to give me my catch, and then that comes in. Or, this you might see now, a blended shield might make more sense. Or if I'm talking and I know that I like this kind of a shield, don't have my hand here, it's not going to make it, right? So if I'm like, all right, brother, we just need to step outside over here, I don't want any trouble, and then, bam, I'm in there, yeah? Or if I want to give a position of vulnerability and passivity, quel bouclier est presque là? What shield does that prefer?
Vampire.
Exactly, right? So I'm here like this, and most of my work, when I ask you to leave, just over this way now, please, right? Most of my work now is, right, when he goes to punch me at any point, is there. Plunge and drive it, yeah? Same thing over here. If I start to talk, you could decide to say, oh, I know Kevin's going to do it for the 4th time. He's going to take a step in front. I'm going to punch him in the middle. You could try to punch me in the middle. So I want to make sure I'm ready as I go across. Be ready all the time. Hit me as soon as I'm vulnerable. You don't want to go, You want to show me you had me by hitting me in the face. Make sense? And you shake it off, you come back, you're like, look, brother, I'm really sorry about this, but being a little bit loud. It's nothing personal. I need to take you outside. You need to come with me. Bam! And I'm ready. That's all I'm thinking about, right? So c'est la première étape. The second step is going in. Third step is you blink the wrong way, I hit you first. It goes up incrementally as your moral compass. It's demagnetized. No, as you get more comfortable. Yeah? Try it. You're going to be there for a while. Take time.